Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing great. I hope things are going really well for you. It's March 20th, which means that this is the date that I had promised that the new readings are going to be coming out on. But things have to change. Unfortunately, I won't be bringing the readings out today. And the big reason for that is something that many of you may not know, and probably because I am actually quite a private person, even though many of you follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and so on. I am a private person, so many of you may not know that I actually live in Italy. Even though I'm Irish and I'm from Ireland, I live here in Italy, which means that I'm right smack bang in the epicenter of all the coronavirus stuff that's going on right now. And for that reason, that was originally why I had to take the little pause, because instead of taking a rest, which I saw so many of your messages saying, enjoy your rest, enjoy the time off. And I really, really appreciated that, your beautiful messages, but I wasn't resting. I was actually working very, very, very hard to make things make sense here, because we were thrown into chaos here and a lot has been going on. So it has been, all man on deck, trying to make sure that everything is running smoothly. And it is, but it took a bit of work to do that. Incidentally, I did record videos for this month, but it all felt energetically wrong. When I looked at the videos, when I was editing them, when I was ready to release them, it was wrong. And this is not something that I can stand by, to be putting out videos where I feel, now the information might have been fine, but it was the energy, because as I was focusing on the readings, I had part of my focus on the reading and another part focused on all the stuff that's going on out there, and actually another part focused on all the stuff that I was kind of getting some downloads about, so I wasn't present enough in the readings, and that's not something I want to do. That's the moment where you miss things. That's the moment where you don't see things. And that's the moment where you follow threads of information that may not be right, So I have been, wondering what to do. And I think I'm making the right decision. And I do hope you understand that I have to give a huge amount of focus to what's going on here in my life, with my family, with my neighborhood, taking care of some people there. And that has to be my first focus, making sure that everybody here in my life and my family is okay. But that doesn't mean I'm going to neglect our little family, our she-bear community. What I want to do is maybe over the next couple of days or whatever, is to come back with some videos, talk about the energies, not with the cards, just some of the things that are going on, because I feel there's a lot to be learned here through the energies. And I think that we can work that out together and we can talk about it together. If I get it right and if I figure out how to do it, maybe I can even figure out how to do live, YouTube videos, so we can interact as a community together and talk about the energies, All in all, I'll say this. I felt this for a long time coming. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know it was going to be a pandemic, but it was very clear, even from about a year ago, that something was happening. And what I saw was actually something interesting, both scary, which is what many of us are experiencing right now, but also very, very empowering. And to me, I saw it as a fork in the road. And our choice, apparently, energetically right now, is to choose which road we're on. Are we going to go down a road, because it is a clear division, are we going down a road where we are being dictated to by fear? Is that our path? Are we following the path of fear? Are we following the path of panic? Are we following the path of it's a disaster? Because that's a path that will not really bring us to anywhere great, But there is another path in this clear division, which is the moment that we realize that we've nothing to fear. We've nothing to be panicked about. And no matter what's going on, be it with the worries, be it with finances, so many people worried about their jobs, worried about so many things, we really have a choice here. Are we going to get desperate and dark? Or are we going to say, this is an opportunity? This is an opportunity for me to choose which side of the road I'm on. Because it's in these moments that we really learn who we are. Who are we? When the shit hits the fan, are we the one that follows the dark path? Are we the one that hands all our power over to somebody who's going to save us? Or are we going to realize that nothing will ever make us that desperate? Nothing will ever take away our power. Nothing will ever take away our happiness, our ability to stay calm and make good decisions in our lives. Because that's important. In times where there is a lot of panic out there, we might be making decisions that are made out of desperation, or made out of fear, or made out of hurt or panic. We are not desperate people. We never have been, and we never will be. And we have to remember that, and keep remembering also that there's a division in the road right now, and we have a choice to follow the path of fear, panic, disempowerment, or we have the path to look at our situation and say, I don't care what it looks like from here. I'm not, never have been, and never will be so desperate to fall into fear, panic, pessimism, and everything else that goes along with that. And I want you, as a member of the She-Bear community, or as a member of your own community, as a person, as a human, to remember how to be human again, and to take care of yourself and the people around you, and to keep it positive, bright. I mean, we can keep a light mood, but keep a strong spirit. We do not have to follow a path that leads us to nowhere but fear. We just don't have to do it. It's not our only choice. We have such a new, bright, positive path to go on. And I want to talk about this, and I want to talk about this over a couple of videos, because it's very, very clear, and it has been even extremely clearer since January, that there's a new path where we are stronger, and we are beginning to see things clearer, and we are not ever at the mercy of the next thing that comes along to us. We're bigger than it, we're stronger than it. And as I've often said in some readings, and you may have heard me saying it, know how you're behaving in a moment, because the moment will pass. And this coronavirus will pass, and it will. The moment will pass, but how you behaved in that moment, the memory of that might never be forgotten. Even if it's not about other people, it's how you behaved and how you remember you behaved in times where there was fear out there, panic out there, disturbances out there. In here, this is that real moment where you choose to say, well, actually, no matter what's being thrown at me from out there, I'm able for this. And I'm going to find opportunity in this. And I'm going to make decisions to not be isolated in this, even though we're under self-quarantine. That's no reason to be alone. We have ways to communicate with each other. And we have people outside in our community that we can come up with creative ways to stay in touch with them. We just need a bit of imagination here and a bit of self-belief that nothing outside of us is stronger than what's inside of us. So I want you all to remember that. This is a fork in the road, and we'll talk about this further, maybe in other videos. But we can choose We can choose not to buy into it. And we can use this as an opportunity to say, this shit's not going to get me. It's not going to get me down, and it's not going to interfere with where I'm supposed to be going and what I'm supposed to be doing, and keeping an optimistic and bright attitude. And remember, as I said, keep it light, but keep it strong, you know? So with that, I'm going to apologize for not having the videos here on March 20th, but I would like to think that you understand why. And I'm going to be staying in touch with other videos, but it will be a little bit of difference, you know? Instead of saying desperate times call for desperate measures, we're going to say different times call for different measures. And that's what we're going to do. So stay strong, stay positive, stay light, but stay tough. My love, I'll leave it at that for now, but we're going to be staying in touch because you are my community and we are each other's community. And this is a moment where we have to get different instead of desperate, because we don't buy that shit. We don't buy desperation. What we do want is to know that we're all there for each other. And, you know, even when you're watching this video, you know, pay attention to the comments that are going on in the video. If somebody's saying, listen, hey, I'm alone. Is there anyone out there who wants to chat? Anyone out there who wants to Skype? Anyone out there who wants to FaceTime? I'm nervous. I'm worried. I'm alone. We have a large community here. Let's stick together. Let's reach out to people. I mean, no matter what age you are, young, old, doesn't matter. Let's get it together, and let's realize that this is an opportunity for us. Even though we can't physically right now put arms around each other, we can still make it energetically felt. So there's another obstacle that we're getting over. So my love, I'm going to leave it at that here, but we're going to be back in touch. And as always, keep smiling, keep bright, keep light, keep strong. And I'm, as always, going to leave you with all my love for now and a great big kiss for now. Mwah. Until the next video, my gorgeous. Bye.